With the cost of living being very high, running a business has become even more difficult here in Kenya, especially a business that requires you to have a transportation vehicle, which you have to refuel almost every single day. And it's going to get even worse, being that fuel prices are expected to increase in a few days' time. What's going to be the solution for business owners or those who are planning to venture into business? Be it short distance matatu business or an electronics shop or maybe even a cereals business. Should you consider a pickup, a van, or a microvan? Considering the high cost of living and running a business, a microvan can make a very ideal choice, especially if it's a business that doesn't involve very long distances and very heavy loads. By microvans, I mean two vehicles that are direct competitors. They share quite a lot in common. They may not be that spacious but are fuel efficient, reliable, and way more affordable to buy and maintain compared to a fully fledged van or pickup. I'm talking about the Daihatsu Hijet and Suzuki Every. Which one between these two microvans should you get? We will be comparing them in this video to find out the answer to that question. Many of you have been requesting for this comparison review, and here it is. So please stay tuned and do consider subscribing to the channel for more informative content on cars as well as bikes. Welcome to IKEV Auto Reviews. So we will be comparing the 2016 models. The 2016 Daihatsu Hijet is the 10th generation, which was in production from 2004 till 2021, while the 2016 Suzuki Every is the 5th generation, which was in production from 2005 till 2016. These microvans are small city vans that have less than 1000 cc, and they are meant for transportation of light to moderately heavy goods within cities or towns. Some people take them out on slightly longer journeys, which is not necessarily a bad thing as long as you reduce the service intervals and make sure that you are keen on the maintenance. So now let's begin with the price of each microvan. A 2016 Daihatsu Hijet will set you back between 700 to around 850,000 shillings depending on the condition and mileage, while a 2016 Suzuki Every will set you back between 700 to around 880,000 shillings, again depending on the mileage and condition. So generally in terms of the price, they are neck and neck. As for the engine options, it's quite straightforward. Both vans come with 660cc 3-cylinder engines that are available in two configurations, either naturally aspirated or turbocharged. They are both available in rear or all-wheel drive, and in terms of the transmission, both vans come with either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. The naturally aspirated option in the Daihatsu Hijet produces 52 horsepower, while the turbo option produces around 64 horsepower. For business, the naturally aspirated option coupled to the manual gearbox is a safer and more reliable option. In fact, the 660cc naturally aspirated option in the Daihatsu Hijet is a very reliable and tough engine. In fact, it's arguably tougher than the Suzuki Everest engine. But that's not to say that the Suzuki Everest engine is weak. It's also very reliable, but the one in the Daihatsu is slightly more tough. The 660cc in the Suzuki Every produces 49 horsepower, while the turbo option produces 63 horsepower. So generally in terms of the power output, they are at par. These are vans that are best suited for town and city drives. They are not that ideal for long distances, but people do take them out on relatively long distances, say Nairobi to Naivasha or even Nakuru, and they can manage as long as you drive decently at moderate speeds and also take breaks to allow the engine to cool. Something else that may be worth doing is reducing the service intervals if you will be doing frequent long journeys. In slow-moving traffic, the 660cc naturally aspirated option in the Daihatsu Hijet can give between 10 to around 14 kilometers per liter, depending on how heavy the traffic is as well as on how much weight the vehicle is carrying. In open roads, the efficiency can improve to around 16 kilometers per liter or more, depending on how you drive. The turbo option can achieve almost similar figures, though it can be slightly more thirsty depending on how you drive. The Suzuki Every, on the other hand, can achieve between 10 to around 15 kilometers per liter in traffic and up to around 17 kilometers per liter in open roads. Again, it will depend on the amount of cargo the vehicle is carrying. The Daihatsu Hijet has a 40-liter fuel tank, while the Suzuki Every has a slightly smaller 37-liter tank. As for the brakes, both Microvans have solid discs at the front and drums at the back. The ground clearance on the Daihatsu Hijet is 160 millimeters, which is better than the Suzuki Everest, which measures in at around 150 millimeters. Both are decent enough for town and city drives. You may not need to do any modifications to increase the clearance. The carb weight of the Daihatsu Hijet is between 740 to around 850 kgs, while the Suzuki Every is between 700 to 910 kgs. Lastly, some of the extra options you can get in these vans include wheel caps and fog lights, and that's it. There are simply no features in these vans. They are very simple vehicles which are meant for business. That said, there are other variants, especially the turbocharged ones, that are slightly well kitted. They come with more comfortable seats, alloy wheels, automatic AC, and even steering mounted audio controls. Those ones are suited for transporting people. So now, how about their exteriors and interiors? These are very basic cars, and exterior wise they almost look similar. They are boxy and tall, and this translates to a spacious interior. Speaking of the interiors, their dash designs are again almost similar, basic and straightforward. This being workhorses, they don't need to be extravagant in terms of the design and layout. Their back seats can be folded into the floor to increase the carrying capacity. You can even get some of them with a third row of seats, which are ideal especially for the matatu business. So generally they are spacious and can carry quite a lot, from electronics to cereals and more. They are cars that can really support you in whatever business you are planning to venture into. In fact, the only reason why something like a Toyota Probox beats these microvans is the fact that a Probox can do very long journeys without a problem, as opposed to these microvans that are mostly suited for town and city drives. Apart from that, these vans are just as spacious, reliable, and fuel efficient as a Toyota Probox. Let's now wrap up the video by talking about their pros and cons, beginning with the strong points. These vans are similar in many ways, and even their strong points are quite similar. They are both affordable to buy and maintain, being that their engines are quite small and simple and straightforward as well. These are the few remaining vehicles that have not yet hit the 1 million mark. They are workhorses that offer good value for money. In fact, if your business does not involve long distances, then these vans make more sense because they are affordable to buy. There's no point in getting a Probox for over 1 million, yet you can get these microvans with around 750,000 shillings. On to their weak points: stay away from the turbocharged variants. They can be a bit problematic. Even the automatic gearbox can be a bit problematic. For business, the manual gearbox is a better, tougher, and more reliable option. Another weak point, though a minor one, is the sliding doors, which with time can develop a bit of issues, but that's a common thing with sliding doors. The last weak point is exclusive to the Daihatsu Hijet. Its body tends to be a bit weaker compared to the Suzuki Every. If you expose both vans to some hard work, the body of the Daihatsu Hijet will tend to slightly start losing shape. So the nature of work is something to take note of. So which one should you go for? Both are very good and similar in many ways. There are very few differences between them, so go for either van. The Suzuki Every is a bit more common on Kenyan roads, and its resale value may be a bit higher. So it would make a better choice, but still the Daihatsu Hijet is also a very good option. Do let me know which one you will be your pick in the comment section. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you have any inquiries, feel free to reach me via WhatsApp or email. That's it for this particular episode. Stay safe and see you in the next one. Please hit that subscribe button before you go. It will be of great help and I'll appreciate it.